Imagine throwing your entire future away for clout. That's exactly what happened here. A TikTok creator decided it would be a great idea to film himself running from the police, post it online, and use those clips to promote his car business. The result? A 10-year prison sentence with even more legal trouble potentially waiting on deck. And somehow, none of this was subtle. He wasn't caught through some elaborate investigation at first. He was caught because he smashed into a pickup truck pulling a trailer during a high-speed chase. Inside the car, a passenger he referred to as his girlfriend, a French bulldog, alcohol, steroids, and enough bad decisions to fill a documentary. The wild part is that this wasn't a one-time lapse in judgment. Running from cops was literally part of his marketing strategy. His entire online persona revolved around blasting through traffic in high-powered cars, evading police, and flexing like that somehow proved legitimacy. His business supposedly involved working on Hellcats, but authorities believe it went much deeper, allegedly involving stolen vehicles, engine swaps, and selling parts from cars that were never legally his in the first place. And instead of laying low, he documented everything. Full-speed chases, police lights. The whole thing uploaded proudly for engagement. The chase that finally ended it all started when a highway patrol officer noticed something off, a suspicious plate, and something hanging out of the trunk. Before the officer even had a chance to turn on the lights, the driver floored it. What followed was several minutes of chaos, triple-digit speeds, heavy traffic, and innocent drivers unknowingly being put in danger as he weaved through lanes like it was a video game. Eventually, physics caught up with him. He clipped a pickup hauling a U-Haul, sent it into a barrier, damaged his own car, and realized the run was over. This time, there was nowhere left to go. Once he pulled over, the tone shifted. He complied, stayed calm, and accepted the inevitable. But that arrest was only the beginning. During the stop, officers discovered steroids in the vehicle, and he was taken to jail on multiple charges. What really buried him, though, was his own social media. His Instagram was packed with evidence, clip after clip of him doing the exact thing he'd just been arrested for. Even worse, he openly showed the police his account, proudly pointing out his following, as if that somehow helped his situation. It didn't. At all. As investigators dug deeper, they uncovered a long criminal history stretching back years, including violent offenses and unlawful entry. That record initially kept him from getting bail. Although his lawyers eventually argued him out, the court didn't trust him, and for good reason. He was placed under strict conditions, including constant GPS monitoring and home confinement. Within months, he violated those terms repeatedly. At that point, the court had clearly had enough. His bail was raised to an amount that made it clear the system was done playing games. Eventually, he took a plea deal. He admitted guilt on the evading charge in exchange for having the drug charge dropped and waived his right to a jury trial, leaving his fate entirely in the hands of a judge. That turned out to be a brutal miscalculation. When the judge reviewed his record, his online behavior, and the sheer recklessness of it all, the sentence came down hard. 10 years behind bars. And that may not be the end of it. Authorities later issued additional warrants tied to an alleged organized car theft operation. The theory is that stolen Hellcats were being stripped, engines swapped, and resold at prices so low they should have raised alarms immediately. Given how frequently Hellcats are stolen in the US, that theory isn't exactly far-fetched. Several others were arrested in connection with the operation, including someone barely out of high school, another life potentially derailed by chasing fast money and fake status. What makes this story even stranger is that from jail, he's still trying to control the narrative. New social media accounts, posts about his case, even a self-published book telling his side of the story, complete with chapters glorifying his lifestyle and lines that sound more like parody than reflection. Instead of accountability, it reads like someone who still thinks the rules never applied to him in the first place. If there's one takeaway here, it's painfully obvious. Social media doesn't make you untouchable. Posting crimes online doesn't make you clever. It just builds a case against you in high definition. Fame won't save you from physics, and followers won't save you from prison. In the end, the same platform he used to flex ended up being the loudest witness against him.